Hello and greetings to you wherever you may be on this wonderful planet Earth, the third rock from the sun. My name is Anthony Altman, and this is vlog number 2. And I really was not sure what kind of subject matter I was to share with you. There's so much to talk about, and I decided that for the time being, I'm going to talk about healing and good health because this is a very, very major issue that affects just about everybody, really, all over our planet. So, this particular vlog, I'm going to talk about constipation and hemorrhoids. I know this is a subject that most people don't want to talk about, but burying your head in the sand and not wanting to talk about it is not going to help you heal anything if you are suffering from constipation or hemorrhoids. And I advise you to get over your aversion to talking about it or listening to other people talking about it if you are afflicted with this and get on with the actual healing. I have a lot of experience because I have I've always had a sensitive, maybe even a weak digestion, and it didn't take much for me to become constipated until I found Ayurveda in 2003, and I changed my diet after having a very severe bout of constipation, where in fact I thought I was going to die. So I managed to resolve that, and I followed an Ayurvedic dietary lifestyle for ever since then, really. However, I do like pastries, I do like my sweetie stuff, and I do like various things that are not necessarily the most beneficial foods, if you could call them that. So I usually make sure that I eat a good 70%, 65, 70% Ayurvedic dietary lifestyle, freshly cooked foods, the right foods for my digestion and my wife. And 30 to 35% of my diet, I allow myself cakes and pastries and all these things. So I don't know what actually happened. It is now, today's date is the 7th of October, 2024. So some months ago, I don't even remember, maybe 6 months ago, I started to get out of balance in my body. Now, being out of balance can be caused by inappropriate dietary lifestyle, the wrong foods for your type of constitution. It could also be trauma, drama, stress, wrong type of thinking, negative thinking, because the mind does affect the body, emotions affect the body, how you live, your relationship, what you are experiencing in life, all affects your body eventually. Now, I live in Israel, and on the 7th of October 2023, that's exactly 1 year ago, there was a huge atrocity caused by an invasion into Israel by Hamas in Gaza. And about 1,400 people were killed, 250 or maybe even more, can't remember now. People were taken, 500 were taken hostage. And it's just been dreadful. And Israel has been retaliating. And I think that Hamas terrorists have been kind of curtailed or destroyed. I'm not sure, but I'm not into that so much as I have been living under a stress, a warlike situation, as all other people living in Israel has been experiencing. And recently, over the last 2 or 3, 4 months, it got worse. And now Israel is fighting a war on 7 fronts. So that could be, although I don't feel stressed, but it could be. There are reasons for me becoming constipated and getting hemorrhoids, and it's terrible, absolutely terrible, and especially when the hemorrhoids bleed and you're bleeding there and you can't poop and it's painful and it's terrible. So about 30 years ago, I had hemorrhoids and I went to the doctor, and their solution was a surgical procedure to cut the hemorrhoids out, which I did in my ignorance. So that was one of the worst experiences I had in my life. Terrible. So this time round, I said, I'm not doing that again, especially now after so many problems with the hospitals after the pandemic and contaminated blood and all. I thought, absolutely not. So I was fortunate enough to find an Ayurvedic practitioner here in Israel by the name of Roy Reifeld, and I'm going to write his contact details down below in the synopsis of this video. And I really like him. He has a great knowledge, very sensitive, very intuitive, and we had a great consultation over Zoom. So wherever you are, you're able to communicate with him. And fortunately, he has quite a good pharmacy of Ayurvedic remedies. And he prescribes certain remedies, medicines, Ayurvedic natural herbal medicines. And I'm very pleased to say that after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the hemorrhoids are virtually non-existent. I'm able to have bowel evacuations twice a day, which was my norm when I was imbalanced. 2, 3 times a day after each meal is normal. And everything is becoming normal. My body is balancing again. And I say that it's all down to Roy Reifeld, who has helped me enormously by guiding me in the right direction. And now I'm doing my best to keep my body balanced, my mind balanced, because every now and then I seem to get out of balance. Now, this is a very good vlog for those people who are out of balance, and that's most people on this planet, and who have other issues, perhaps not constipation or hemorrhoids. If your particular digestion is much stronger than mine, then your issues may be in areas where you are weaker. And so I would recommend that you consult an Ayurvedic practitioner, Ayurveda, which is about 5,000 to 6,000 years old. And it is a most incredible science. Ayurveda is called the science of life in India. And they have a dietary lifestyle, which is excellent because it takes into account each individual digestive constitution, physical constitution, because not everybody can eat all foods, because different foods have different qualities. And if you eat food that has qualities that don't support your digestion, you're going to get constipated. You will have all sorts of issues. You might even get ill. You might actually compromise your immune system. So I recommend Ayurveda, the Ayurveda dietary lifestyle, and Roy Reifeld, or if you are able to find an Ayurvedic practitioner in your locality. Speak to them and go with your gut feeling. See if you like them and if you feel resonant with what they have to say. And if not, go look for somebody else. Behind me is the virtual background of some of the herbs that are used and spices that are used in Ayurvedic dietary lifestyle. You've got turmeric, ginger, and I'm not sure what the other one is. Just as a support, there's so many. I have about 40 herbs, and I use most of them in the cooking. Turmeric is very important. Ginger, whether it's dry or whether it's fresh, depending on your constitution. And various other herbs and spices that help balance the food so it's suitable for perhaps husband and wife family members who have different constitutions. And so you can have you can prepare food that is balancing for everybody, that it's suitable for everybody. This is the power of Ayurveda. If you want to communicate with me on this subject, not that I know everything about Ayurveda, I'm still very much a layperson and I'm learning, but I can perhaps steer you in the right direction. But if it's to do with constipation and hemorrhoids, I'm your man. Thank you very much for listening to me, and until the next vlog. Thank you.